Hi guys, this is Larissa with Be You Beautiful One. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm excited to share with you my setup for this week's weekly scripture writing planner, and that is for the week of October the 4th through the 10th. I will be using this beautiful kit from Print Pray Slay called Autumn's Beauty. And it has highlighted in this particular kit a couple of scriptures, but the one that I love the most is Ecclesiastes 3:1. And so we'll talk about that as we go along. Okay, and as usual, I have already cut out some of the stickers from this kit that I will be utilizing. And I also have pulled out, in addition to that, some washi tape from Simply Gilded. Been waiting all year to pull these back out. They're just so pretty. These are like the pumpkin paisley washi tapes, and I know that she introduced a few more colors. I came so close to getting it, but well, no, let me just stick to what I have. But they are absolutely gorgeous, so I thought I would use some of these as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have printed out this particular kit a little bit larger than I normally would, and I forgot about the words Autumn Beauty. I really wanted to use that, but it's just the words are too big, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a change up and do something different. Not that much different, but just not using those particular stickers for Autumn Beauty. But I'm going to go ahead and start off by using some of this pumpkin paisley washi tape from Simply Gilded, and just to create a base for the large sticker doll that I'm going to put here in the right hand corner. And basically Saturday and Sunday are days where I do reflection or catch up if I missed a day or whatever else. But usually in this area I'll put like a highlighted scripture or song that speaks to what I've been reading over the week and so forth. So I use that area for that. So I don't mind using like a gigantic sticker like I'm doing today to decorate my spread. And then on the left hand side, I also put another pumpkin paisley washi tape from Simply Gilded in a different color, and then put the other doll on that side. And that doll is so cute. It's like she has a Starbucks drink in her hand and with the leaf, and that is just like so typical of this season, to go get your favorite seasonal drink from Starbucks and so forth. Yeah, and then I like her hat. It says God's Child on the label, so that's really cute. And then I have this seasonal book from Happy Planner, and it just says seasonal, 876 pieces, and it just has like a variety of the different stickers for each season of the year. And so I found these leaves in here, and I thought it would be cute to sort of have some leaves scattered around because it looks like they're outside. One has a leaf in her hand and the other has like pumpkins. So I just made it more outdoorsy. And at the top here, I'm going to use the leaves that have like branches in them to sort of look like it's a tree. And then I'll put some fallen leaves around the different areas of the planner. But I am cutting these stickers in half or less than half to sort of fit them around the top portion of the planner. That way it doesn't dip down into the area I need to write in. I still have plenty of room to write in. So that's why I did that. And so I'll be placing some stickers, some leaf stickers down for the next few minutes. So I want to talk about the scripture that I mentioned early on, Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1. And it says here, the heading for this particular phrase says a time for everything. And I'm going to read just a little bit beyond verse 1 because this is just such a good scripture for around this time, right? And it says, for everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to harvest, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to tear down, a time to build up, a time to cry, a time to laugh, a time to grieve, a time to dance, a time to scatter stones, and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace, and a time to turn away. A time to search and a time to quit searching. A time to keep, a time to throw away. A time to tear, a time to mend. A time to be quiet and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. And then verse 9 says, what do people really get for all of their hard work? I have seen the burden God has placed on us all. Yet God has made everything beautiful for his own time. He has planted eternity in the human heart. But even so, people cannot see the whole scope of God's work from beginning to the end. So I conclude there is nothing better than to be happy and enjoy ourselves as long as we can. And people should eat and drink and enjoy the fruit of their labors, for these are gifts from God. And so I just really enjoy that particular chapter because, you know, as we go through different seasons of our life, sometimes we have things that happen to us that are traumatic or that cause us grief, maybe even some regret, you know, or if we had a do-over button, we may do over differently, and then we may not. But either way it goes, there's just a time and a season for everything that deals with relationships, careers, different activities, different way of walking in life, and so forth. So this is just always encouraging to me around this particular time as we start to look at this season like a physical change in this season, temperature wise and so forth. Everything is just changing right now. And it's just always a beautiful time of the year. Sometimes this particular season brings a lot of grief. And so forth. And then also this is a season where people start to look forward to the future, and it might be a little bit of both, right? But either way, God is in control. God has his hand in it, and God will be there with us through the different seasons as they change in our life. So that is always like an encouraging passage for me, and I hope that you enjoyed that as well. And so it just makes you just reflect on how good God is, and then how intentional he is in our life. And then, by the way, verse 14 through 15 says, and I know whatever God does is final. And I know that whatever God does is final. Nothing can be added to it or taken from it. God's purpose is that people should fear him. And that's a reverence fear. What is happening now has happened before. What will happen in the future has happened before, because God makes the same things happen over and over again. And my mom used to always have this phrase where it's like, it's the same game, different people, you know, because you can sort of see things repeat itself throughout the generations and the years and so forth. I mean, when you look at fashion, basically everything is a repeat. It's just a twist on it, unless you really have a genius creation or whatever. But things are usually a play off of other things, right? So yeah, it's just, and that's one reason too why it's so important that we share the love of God with other people. I believe that's why God gives us testimonies that are sometimes so traumatic that it's like ashes, but then He turns it into something so beautiful that when you share what God has brought you through, it's not only encouraging for the other person, but it's encouraging to you, and you can also see the blessing in your life experiences, whether it's good or bad. And that's why when sometimes people go through things that are very hard, they're able to put a smile on their face even through the midst of it all, because God is blessing their heart and their mind and their spirit. So yeah. Okay, so for this particular part, I am taking one of those autumn boxes from my JoJo sticker book. It's like a colorful box kind of thing. And so I placed that down to cover up the dates for Saturday and Sunday. And I put like a little bit of white out first so that it doesn't appear through the sticker. And then I always put down stickers crooked for some reason. I don't care what I do. I mean, I always got to lift the sticker back up. It drives me crazy. But anywho, and then I'm going to put the Ecclesiastes 3-in-1 down that I cut out from the kit. And what this will do is it will just give me an area to highlight that first verse. And when I go back and reflect on this particular week, maybe next year or something, I'm flipping through my planner or whatever, this will be a highlighted scripture that will point me to the full chapter of Ecclesiastes 3. And so that's another reason why I like to do that. But I'll write out that first verse in my own handwriting in that box. And then I may even continue on to find like a song that speaks to this particular verse, and I'll write like a verse down as another prompter to sing the song of worship and so forth. So and then I just went ahead and I added a few more of the stickers to that box, and just trying to have enough leaves falling with, so that the idea comes across that these are leaves that are falling, and then there's some that have gathered at the bottom of the page, like as if it would, in real life, falling from the tree and gathering down at the bottom. So, and then I just found like another sticker sheet that had a few more smaller leaves, and I just felt like the doll on the left looked a little bit bare, but I knew that I was right in the row of Tuesday, so I didn't want to add a lot around this doll, but I just needed to add a few more leaves, and so I figured that I would add just a couple of small ones gathered by her, just to add a little bit deco, so it doesn't just look like I have a doll sticker just floating in the middle of the page there. But I love this paisley washi tape, you guys. I don't know, I may have to go back on Simply Gilded's website to see if those brand new colors are still in stock and just have them on hand. But yeah, I'll be using a lot of this washi heavily throughout the month of October and November, so be prepared. And then one last thing here is I had the doll stickers sort of covering the washi tape, And I really didn't like how that looked because I used transparent paper, sticker paper. And so I just went back and sliced off the portion that was covering the washi tape. And that way you get the full beauty of the washi tape itself. And so here's a closer look of my spread for this week. I hope that you enjoyed this setup video. And please check out Print Pray Slay. I do have a discount code and a link that will take you right to the website. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell. And until the next time, may God bless you, keep you, and continue to smile upon you. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.